What is going on, everybody? It's Juggalo Gaming. I'm Jonathan80315, and welcome back to GemCraft Frostborn Wrath, episode 70. So, in the previous episode, I pretty much explained at the very end there, we're pretty much done. Honestly, it would be nice if episode 70 we were doing the final boss, and I could do an extended episode. I don't know how fast I get through 8-3 for that. And there might be a couple episodes afterwards, but that is, well, kind of the end of the series. I mean, the walkthrough has gone very well, as far as, all the hints and tips that I've, said throughout this whole series is, follow my walkthrough. Every run is different. I mean, when you're first starting out and you get your first couple of random talismans, say you get, a couple of the spade markings and maybe a couple of line markings or claw markings, that will kind of determine which wizard stashes you want to hit up first to get higher versions and complete, at least 3 in a row to start getting your bonuses. Like I said, though, I probably will do another episode after the Forgotten. Actually, a couple more episodes, because I'll probably show off the final 2 levels that you get from the Wizard Stashes in A, Field Map Tile, and the high ruins you can get there. But then, showing off a good strategy to level up on H2. Now, to do that, you definitely want bleed from I4, you definitely want mana, you definitely want crit. There are 3 main ones you need to pull off a high endurance run. Obviously, you need mana to, get higher level gems. You want to push it as far as you can go. And then at the end, you want a gem bomb with the highest grade that you can make in the raging slot. And then you want to gem bomb all the monsters with bleed. You just want to go through and gem bomb as much as you can, get them all bleeding, and then hit the shrines to kill. And I think I've pointed out the video that let me learn that before, but yeah, we are going to go do A3 and possibly A4 if it goes relatively quick, which means episode 70 is technically the finale if we get to A4. This would be the finale for the regular story. However, like I said, there's other things I would like to kind of go over. Maybe go do a do A2 real quick, or A1 real quick, I should say, and show you how I farm for better fragments, which I've not done in this playthrough yet. Maybe revisit W1 and show you the Shadowport farming yet again, and then also showing how you can get high experience using maps with shrines, like H2, which has 2 shrines, and probably the better map to do everything on. B2 has a shrine. U3 has a shrine. That's pretty decent. There's not really too many of them that are actually decent. N3 is a good one. But yeah, with that being said, I pretty much taught everything. I went through and I haven't got all the achievements. This wasn't a 100% achievement run, but I did unlock all the hidden mod keys and showed how to put them together. That was relatively recently, and I do have a video on my channel. You can find videos, and there's a hint at the main screen. So, I burped a little bit there. Without further ado, let's go into A3. A3. I'm not gonna be trying to do too much here. I'd like to get rid of this. Not gonna happen. Oh, I forgot. These are pretty much. You can get rid of these beacons, but it's just gonna take a while. Best way of doing this. I guess would be putting a tower like over here. Or over here. I think we'll go with over here. Yeah, because that awesome placement. Just ignore that. Alright, obviously I don't want these going up here. We're gonna force these ones to come up and around this way. And then they'll connect with these ones here. And they'll come down this way. And in. Which means I should have probably put my tower here. Or here even. But, yeah. Yeah, I should have done that. I should have reversed this. Obviously want them to go around them. But I think we'll still have more than enough reach for these over here. In fact, we might even get the orb. So grade 7, starting out with 3s around it. We're gonna put a pylon right here. And it's gonna have a tower here. Focused on structure. I think that's about it. I mean, yeah, we'll bleed them. They're all gonna, like, come in right here. And be together, so it's a good place to, you know, put a bleed. And we probably should shred the armor, too, when we get to that point. Of course, they're gonna have shields and everything, too. Like I said, he can reach it, so we're good. Oh, he's like attacking that, and he's like not doing no damage. Because he's focused on these first. So we're gonna have to make sure we keep this charge at a decent pace. Not bad. I'd like it a little bit better. Start shredding the armor in these. They'll go down faster. We can get all of the beacons within range of this, destroy them. Then he'll concentrate on what I want him to concentrate, which is that. He's concentrate on this because literally I shrunk their range and put them on structure. He'll mainly hit any enemies, and then when not, he'll hit structure. I need to focus on this one first. So this is the one I put my rubble by. And the faster that armor goes down, the more damage that he's going to do to it. I'll move him over here real quick. Gonna help charge that a little faster. Honestly, the best way of doing this would be put like a pylon here and shrink his range so he only hits that pylon. But then you get monsters that come through like that. That's not exactly how we want to deal with this. Also, we need to move him over here. Give him a 5. Gonna waste it on the frickin' beacon. His armor's almost down. Didn't take too long, did it? Well, if its armor gone, this thing will eventually destroy it. Like I said, I'm not too worried about some of these. I love that, by the way. I might want to turn down my game volume a little bit for you. I think it might have been a little too loud. And I do apologize for that if it was a little too loud. Alright. And that is a 3. And with a 3's beat, we get A4. A4 is the final level of GemCraft Frostborn Wrath. This is a challenging level. I need to put that in my collection, but it's such a high level. Alright. The main things, you're going to want poison, you're going to want bleed, you're going to want crit, you're going to want mana too. Mana's our lifeblood. With this, we should be able to beat the Gatekeeper. And I'll explain a couple things when we go into this map. So, we have these static beacons here. Can't build in this area. First thing is to get rid of at least one of these. You need to be able to get rid of one of these. Because you need to build close to here. Then, you'll get access, you'll be close enough range to start, destroying these Gatekeeper, the Gatekeeper Fangs is what they're called. Once you destroy one of them, it makes them vulnerable. Destroy multiple, it makes them even more vulnerable. You want to pretty much clear out at least one side, or like 2 or 3 on this side, 2 or 3 on this side, however you want to do it. To get multiple cleared out where you're constantly hitting them with, a bleed poison effect. You're also going to want a bleed poison constantly hammering the Gatekeeper himself. The Gatekeeper is very strong. As you read there at the very bottom, destroying one of the fangs makes it vulnerable for a short time. So, once you destroy a fang, you want to hit him with a bleed effect so he takes amplified damage. Preferably also a bleed poison, maybe a pure bleed, if you want to go that route. But then you're going to want to have a good crit gem, just pounding him. And I mean pounding him. Like, this is no joke with a final boss. There is no... Well, I mean, there's 100 waves, but even if you complete all 100 waves, it doesn't end the level. The level does not end until you beat him. And it will constantly spawn in... Well, you'll see. He spawns in quite a bit of stuff for you to destroy, along with the normal waves. So yeah, it gets a little challenging. So the easiest way to set this up is to force everything in one direction. Funnel it in. Alright, so these are down here now. We're going to go take advantage of this and put a block there, a block there, and a block there. Block that off. And yes, they can enter from this side and this side as well. Have them come up this way. Come back down. Don't want them to come in there. Want them to come up this way. To go in. As long as possible. Pretty much we make use of everything. Now, as far as everything goes, we want mana. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. We want mana. To do this, we're gonna start off with some Great Force. Since we have, you know, we can get at least 2 of these up a little bit more. That should be good for right now. This is not going to be our main gem. And there's a reason I say that. Because we're going to make this a mana bleed, or mana crit gem. More towards the crit. But we're going to be gaining some extra mana from this gem. We still want to amplify it. We're not getting too much done there, but hey, let's start this. Alright. Armor. And gem right there. Focus on structure. But then focus on monsters. Now he's also getting more mana for us. We also have these over here. I suggest, honestly, if you're really having trouble, extend the mana farm. That should be your first thing. Me, I'm just gonna go out. Oh, look, here's Gatekeeper Fangs. They're starting to show up. You see, they're not very strong, but they're strong enough. I need him to attack that. Alright, I'm gonna put a 4 on him. I'm gonna select this for a little bit. Alright, unselect. Because he was gonna also attack that. I'm just trying to get that down. Eventually this will be our pure crit. But for now, we need it to... Yeah. probably should have upped armor too, but I had faith that I could do it without having any in armor, but honestly, I would suggest putting up armor too. I need him to concentrate on this one. Nice. Beautiful. We got over that way a little bit. I'm gonna probably get that one broken. You can see there, he is now vulnerable. You can see there's a timer there. Which means technically we could attack him. We're not quite ready for that yet. Did some damage to him. But you can see there, he has a lot of armor. I want him to constantly fire to drain his armor. Run is the final wave of the regular wave. I don't think that makes it so that I have a clean path to do whatever I want. He's still gonna spawn stuff. I'm not gonna make it. By the way, all this stuff, all these right here, all these, that's him spawning them. This ain't the final wave. That's been done with for a while. So now it gets even harder. This is why I say it's actually really good to use a really good mana farm, so you can keep your mana up even though you're going to be banishing a lot. Yeah, I'm not going to get through that. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not going to make enough mana. Okay. But you see what I mean? We got a bunch of achievements, by the way. Alright, let's... I'm going to up our component power. We're going to start with less mana, but we're going to have more armor tearing. We're going to have more mana steel capabilities. I'm just debating. We're pretty much out of time now. So, I set up my stats, I think how I want it. In the next episode, in Friday's episode, we are going to beat A4. A4 used to be a lot easier. The Gatekeeper has a lot more health than what he used to. In fact, what I did right there, damage-wise, would have been enough to kill the original Gatekeeper. And also, the beacons around them, and the Gatekeeper Fangs had a lot less health as well. This map used to be a lot easier. It is more of a challenge now, but it's still doable. As you've seen, I did do a decent amount of damage. I should have had a pure crit hitting him as well, but I was trying to get rid of his armor first. I should have did probably just an armor bleed combo there. I should have merged the armor and bleed into each other to hit him. But yeah, we'll come up with a good strategy for it. Hopefully you didn't hear that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. You got your first peek at A4 and the challenge it has for you. So, I mean, you see how easily I did the last couple builds. I didn't even try. With A4, I gotta try. Even at about 100 and almost 160 wizard level. With some decent talismans. Now, obviously, if I talisman farm and got up, you know, did some more runs to build my shadow cores and everything else, it would be a lot easier. But I'm not doing that. I'm trying to make this purposely hard on myself. I think we can do what we got. So, in the next episode, we will take on A4, and I will see you in the episode here. And, well, for you, it'd be a day. For me, I'm going to record it right after this. Have a good one, everybody.